courtesy of Jay Swavey.
From fans, for the fans.
The best place for league updates.
The hottest takes on the internet. Welcome to Cal's Call.
The Pacers signed Wesley Matthews.
You know what? We just put out that article a couple weeks ago on players they could get. That's a great fit for them with Oladipo out. I think that's fantastic. The depth there behind Tyreek Evans and Bogdan Bogdanovic, like that's a great pickup as Wesley Matthews. He actually fits that team really well. That's a good pick.
Good shooter.
Yeah, he's a great shooter, and that's a good fit for that team overall. That's a team to watch out for still. I mean, they're obviously not going to be the same without Oladipo, but it's still a tough team to beat. Like them and the Spurs out west, like those teams just don't die off. Like if you've watched any of their games in the past couple weeks, like they don't lose. Like Nate McMillan, he was a coach where I was not expecting much. He was a retreat from Portland, didn't have the greatest tenure there. I mean, defensive-minded coach. You weren't expecting him to do as great of a job as he's done with these Pacers the past couple of years. He's done fantastic. I think he should be in contention for Coach of the Year votes. He's just doing a great job over there.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. And then the Trailblazers made a move.
Yeah,
Rodney Hood.
They did. They got Rodney. The Trailblazers left the trade deadline with two pieces that I think are a little underrated. They got Rodney Hood and they got Scalabrine. I think both of those players can make an impact on a playoff push if I'm Portland. Now, I didn't understand getting rid of Nick Stauskas because I think he was having a good season, and I think he's a fantastic shooter, and I think he goes along with the two guards that they have already extremely well. But Rodney Hood is a better wing defender. I'll give him that. So that is a better trade for them. It's a better fit for the roster. And I think Scalabrine is right up there in terms of a great prospect to add to that front court. Putting him next to Jusuf Nurkic, Zach Collins, and Caleb Swanigan, that's a good, as well as Myers Leonard. That's some good depth right there. Like, it's an expensive team, but that's some good depth. I think that they could definitely be one of those teams where if they get hot during the playoffs, they can make it to the semifinals, maybe even the Western Conference Finals if they're hot.
Are they the 3 seed right now?
Yeah, they are. I mean, the issue is like last year, for instance, I think a lot of hype died down when they got swept by the Pelicans last year. But if you look at it, it's their backcourt wasn't too hot that series, and it mainly depends on them. If CJ's hot, if Dame's hot, the team follows, and if that's how this playoff push can go, and then they can also get contributions from Scalabrine as well as Rodney Hood, then this is a dangerous team to play. I mean, their bench is not bad whatsoever. Like, they have a good bench. Like, it's not the greatest. They could get a better lead card coming off the bench, but it's okay. It's adequate. So it's going to be interesting to see. Carmelo.
Oh,
no, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think that would help at all. I think it's a good fit for Carmelo, but I don't think it'd fit the team at all if they're pushing for the playoffs.
Carmelo's the Lakers.
The Lakers, yeah. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of when it's going to happen. He's going to go to the Lakers, but
aren't they one roster spot short right now?
I think so.
Yeah, and they're thinking either Morris, Markieff, the one that just got waived, or Carmelo. So
I think if I'm Markieff Morris, I would try to stay in the Eastern Conference right now. But we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. I really do think Charlotte's going to be one of the best fits for him, though. So I'm hoping he goes there. There's a couple places he could go to the Lakers. I saw some Celtics fans posting today about him going to the Celtics.
That'd be cool.
It'd be cool. They'd get both Morris twins. I think he'd provide some great quality depth off the bench. I think that Enes Kanter is a better fit for the Celtics, but Markieff Morris would do too. It'd be interesting to see him on there. So he has a couple. He is so flexible as a player. I think he's a great I think he's a great modern ball power forward that I think he could go anywhere and be a great stretch four, or kind of like a small ball 5. So
if you want to talk about losers, my loser is the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, they're a loser. No, they definitely are. This is a franchise that is hard to root for. It is insanely hard to be a fan of them. I go to bed thinking I'm going to die before this team ever even makes the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, this team is so poor. Like, what's going on? You don't have the pieces to be a contender, and you're going to lose Kemba Walker. And if he stays, then you have wasted his entire career. And it's so sad because Kemba is actually such an underrated player. He's literally the same, I think, that's on the same level as a Damian Lillard type.
I'd say Kyrie.
Even then, like he's just a great player that they're wasting. And then they had a deal for Marc Gasol right there. They were so close to landing Gasol. Imagine the storylines we're talking about now. If Marc Gasol goes to Charlotte for Bismack Biyombo, Frank Kaminsky, and a couple second-round picks. Now, I heard what killed that off was that Memphis was asking for Malik Monk, and that Charlotte didn't want to give Malik Monk. So I understand that, but I feel like you could have added a second-round pick. You could have added something to get that deal, and it would have gone through, but you didn't do it, and it sucks because now he just goes to a better team in Toronto. And at the end of the day, if Charlotte does sneak into the playoffs, more than likely they'll be playing at Toronto as an 8th seed playing the number 1 seed. So they were total losers, and I don't really want to get into too much depth about it because they're so bad, and I just hate being a fan of them at this point. I don't even watch the games. It's not even worth it. Like, the only thing I have to hope for is Miles Bridges. Kemba, I just hope he leaves. I really do, like, just for his sake. It's not worth it. Malik Monk, I think, is not good enough on the defensive end. He's literally just a less athletic Zach LaVine. So there's no hope. There's no hope at all. I mean, our number 9 pick from 3 years ago, Frank Kaminsky, he's horrible. They literally want to buy him out. He's so bad. And they can't even get anybody to trade a second-round pick for him. He's so bad. Like, it's disgraceful. I hate being a fan of them. And I'm just going to live in the shadows until eventually one day they get the number 1 overall pick and they can finally get somebody good. So, or they end up with a Markelle Fultz type number 1 overall pick. So we'll see. They're a loser. They're definitely a loser. I'll agree with you there. The Charlotte Hornets are a loser.
Another loser for me, though, this is just player base, is Jonas Valanciunas.
Really? I think that he's actually at a great position right now. I think that him playing next to Jaren Jackson Jr. will help a lot.
I don't know.
I think so.
You go from one of the best teams to one of the worst teams.
I think that it helps his value, if anything. He was coming off the bench for the Raptors. Now he's going to be a starter in Memphis. Him next to Jaren Jackson is fantastic. He's never played with a true stretch four. Like, Ibaka is more of a small ball 5. He's truly a more small ball 5. And he does have a 3 ball, but he wasn't even starting next to Ibaka. He was coming off the bench. And Pascal Siakam took his place. So I think that he's going to be a great fit next to Jaren Jackson Jr. I don't know if he is the center of the future in Memphis, but, if he plays well, he could be. I mean, maybe. You never know. Things happen. So he's kind of that Enes Kanter role where they're just great offensive pieces and great rebounders. And I think he's better defensively than Enes Kanter, so at least he has that going for him. But it'll be cool. I don't think he's a loser. I think I'd have to disagree with you. I think Jonas Valanciunas is actually a winner. I think DeLon Wright could be classified as a loser because he was perfect off the Raptors bench, and he was coming off a contender, not having to do much. And now he's going to be asked to do a lot more on the offensive end where he does not excel on the Grizzlies. So I think DeLon Wright could be classified as a loser. I think that Avery Bradley could be qualified as a loser because he's just going to a losing Memphis team, and there's no where for him to go. I hope he gets bought out. Hopefully, we'll see.
Where'd he go?
But if he gets bought out, it's like going to some place that just needs defense. And you're looking at maybe the Rockets or some contender like that. His offensive game though has just been too horrible this season. There's got to be something else on basketball. But yeah. So I mean, it was any other trade. There was a lot of trades. I think we covered most all of them. There are a lot of small ones. I mean, we saw
James Ennis.
Yeah, James Ennis go to Philadelphia. I saw this report that the Philadelphia 76ers had the option to include Terrence Ross in that Markelle Fultz deal, but chose not to. And I thought that was so crazy. I thought that he would have been a great piece for them.
This guy says, "What is up with the Ja Morant hype?" Morant, sorry.
Oh, if you think I'm overhyping him, then you're not watching enough basketball because he goes to Murray State. I understand that, but Damian Lillard went to Weber State. McCollum went to Lehigh. If you can tell me where Lehigh is, then I'll give you $100.
Give it Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but I'm talking a regular fan, not you. But yeah, literally, like, there are some quality guards that come from small schools, and I think he's just the next one in line. Like, I don't think NBA teams are going to make the mistake they did with Damian Lillard, where you see like a totally great offensive weapon coming from a small school, and they let him slip to number 6. I think he's going to take. I think he's the best prospect outside of Zion Williamson.
He said you sound like a good salesman.
No, I am, but if I'm his agent,
like ShamWow, but less creepy.
Well, thank you. But again, Morant's going to be fantastic at the NBA level. Like, literally, he literally is averaging 20 and 10. He's going to be the first point guard, or guard for that matter, to average that in 30 plus years in the NCAA basketball. That's crazy. He's playing against some good, like, not great competition, but good competition. He's showing all the skills that you want to see from an NBA point guard. And his athleticism is just off the charts. Like, that's what's going to propel him to stardom in the NBA. Because I think, like, if you're looking at point guards that got taken early in the past couple drafts, you're looking at Lonzo Ball, you're looking at Markelle Fultz, you're looking at De'Aaron Fox. Last year was Frank Ntilikina and then Dennis Ventura. They were all the same draft. Well, anyway, if you're looking at these young point guards that have gotten drafted, the only one who could even compare physically with them is De'Aaron Fox, who's performing really well in Sacramento. And I think Morant's a better offensive weapon than Fox is. I don't think he's as good as defense as Fox is, but I think he just has a better offensive arsenal than Fox does. Fox may be actually a little bit less of a natural distributor than Morant. That's how good he is. So we'll see. I think he's going to end up being an all-star, but that's just my opinion.